Yeah. Lil Looney. 6-0. This is 88. Lil Looney got out of Tracy as they close the gate. I'm going back into my old way. 357 on hippin' for my neighborhood. Tell them 6-0, I'm a crip, I'm a Kev Mac. Shiny Mac, Goalie Ryan and wake up. PD Watt, Big Smurf and Tone, I'm back to all my crease khakis with my Mariners hat with my clothes. Fresh perm for I'm fresh as can be, but still the haters wanna test me and bustin' their teeth. I took it back to a rival, now I got a charge. Donovan prison, me and teaspoon up in the yard. Baby slipped there too and no smut on my name. Real cripper.
TMC Lifestyle, good looking up.
It all started with a cup of noodles,
Yeah, he talking about me and your friendship. Papa T.
Oh, me and yours?
Yeah.
Oh.
He talking about when I came in the Wayside and you offered me a couple soup.
Oh, that's why he mentioned that over a cup of noodles.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
but you know what? That was a critical moment when you was in them dorms. You know, and we up in there with who we was up in there with, and so you know my philosophy always been wherever I was at in the county jail, I don't care where I was at, what dorm or building I was in, I was always immediately getting with the people, whoever was there, any Africans that were there, I didn't care where they was from. It was about, you know what, if any bullshit going on, we need to end that right now and deal with the opposition. Because they was there and they was plentiful. I could see if they wasn't plentiful. Yeah, they was more than plentiful there. You know, and then that that set us on a whole course.
Old Hutch from Texas, H-Town, salute.
Okay. There you, bro. All right, there, Hutch. I see you, bro. That's right. I see you. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, definitely, man. Salute the brother as well. Brother out of Houston now.
Yeah. Yeah. What you do today?
Did some little research on the on some of the overages.
Okay.
Which is a very good time to do that. On this little lockdown, it's a good time for any time, but this was always a good time while we down like this, because most people's at the house, and a lot of people's, you know, even the people that's working, a lot of people is at home, so it's a better opportunity to catch them calls.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was doing some research on the overage list.
Okay, cool. Are you familiar with the T line in the Pueblos?
The T line?
Yeah. No.
T line. I'm trying to wait. Yeah, give me some. You said the T line. What?
Yeah.
You said the T line. What's that?
Older guys used to make you walk down a line and they would put you on. This before the blood came into play in your neighborhood. No?
The initiation.
Right.
Okay, yeah. No, well, yeah, they had that, but it was many dudes didn't have to go through that though. But it was some that did have to go through that, but it was many that didn't, because that was an area that a lot of people grew up in already, you know. But a lot of that came in is when actually the Pueblo bishops allied. Well, I'm gonna say became Bloods. No, sir. Never have. No, a lot of people have, but not myself. I haven't fortunately got there. You know, which is a good thing. I mean, I wasn't even trying to get to the state, but no, I haven't been in the feds. Yeah, I wasn't even trying to get in the state. But less feds, because they was already making you do, when California was already doing halftime. And the feds was already, I think at that time, they was already doing what, 80, 85 back then?
Yeah,
oh, yeah. I would have been sick. and California was doing halftime back then.
I couldn't tell you about Blue Nose, homie. But of course, everybody had their rules, man. Everybody had their rules, bro. But on guidelines, you know, it was structured. Any structure is gonna have rules. But I can't speak on Blue Nose because I don't know much about him. Papa T, can you name some of the famous inmates you were housed with?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think one of the main ones that everybody know is Charles Manson. I was like a couple doors down from him in the shoe. Sirhan Sirhan in there with him. Propack with him. Some other known Menendez brothers. Menendez brothers stayed up in there with them. Went to a few spots with them. It was some other people I can't think of right now, but yeah, for some reason my Wi-Fi is messing up.
Yeah, but it ain't as bad as
doing that on my
before. Cause we heard
it's getting a little better. Yeah.
We heard about Manson.
I think it's because a lot of
We heard you talk about Manson and Sirhan.
Okay. The Menendez brothers, them, I ran across them. It's a few other people too. It's some few other ones that I ran across that I was in there, but I was more, you know, I was so much more into the politics, you know, and one thing I did with one of the Menendez, I think not Loud, but Eric. And what he was teaching early on is he was up in there actually giving game on the stock market. You know, he was teaching people. He was up in there teaching people how, you know, he familiar with that. He would get the newspaper and dudes to line up. You know, he was mentoring people. He gave me one thing I give him. He gave me a lot of the material on it. You know, I couldn't get where he was at to be able to really be right there to get that information, but he was able to give me a lot of the literature information, wrote down different things that I'll be able to understand about that. You know, I was always in there. If I'm gonna run into him, I was trying to learn something. Even though with Manson, I mean, you know, I wasn't even communicating with him. It was just I seen him. Many dudes like that ain't trying to talk to you.
So he was racist?
Oh yeah, very much. Oh yeah, very much. He would yell out stuff. He would yell racial, little epithets out of cell, you know, and so yeah, I mean, it wasn't, you know, he was just, I was seeing, but I mean, I think especially at that time, you know, I think if anybody would have had access to anybody, he would have been doomed long ago. Yeah, if anybody would have had access to him, that's why they kept his ass locked, slammed down. There's so many people, and then he was making it known that he was, you know, that he had some racial issues. You know, that's why they had to keep him away.
Hey, watch this.
Yeah.
This dude right here says he got a swastika tatted on his forehead. Duh, right? Like I'm just asking a dumb question, right? How many people How many non-whites have you seen with swastikas on them, though? Haven't you seen some or not?
Non-whites? You said non-whites?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I've seen non-whites, and not only that, but the reason why you can't judge that entirely because I've ran into some whites who was also ex-skinheads, NLRs, and they had that on them, but they no longer believed in that no longer. You know, they converted, you know, however they did, but they converted to their thinking. And so even though they had the tattoo there, because they hadn't got rid of it yet, I'm sure they may have had plans to do that, but you know, so nah, you know, even though before that guy even opened his mouth up, I had judged him by looking at that symbol. But once he spoke, and he wasn't even speaking to me, once he spoke, once I heard him speak, then I reassessed everything. I'm like, okay, that gave me for the first time some understanding and not completely prejudging. You know, wait first, and you know, before he even said anything, I should have just kept my thinking the way it was. I formed no opinion.
Can a person truly be an ex-racist? Like, can they just stop being racist?
Okay, say that one more time.
Oh, I was saying, do you believe a person can be an ex-racist?
Ex?
Can they just stop being racist?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how could that be? Because once they get to know you and learn more about you, or is it because they in fear of the position they in at the time? They want to know if you have an Ethernet cable for your computer. Do you have an Ethernet cable for your computer? All right, Hutch, what you wanted to say?
Salute. First of all, let me say happy solar return, man. Even though it's another day, I shouted out to you in the message earlier, man. That's you know, it's interesting. A lot of brothers that I'm real cool with got birthdays in April. That's pretty good, man. What Big Papa T win?
His Wi-Fi messing up. You want to expound on the racists, the skinheads?
Yeah. I'm just kind of always wondered about that, man. The sincerity of are these cats really? I mean, I can't say they not, but I mean, in my recollection, man, in the joint, man, I ran into cats like that said that depending on the you know, the unit, location, that was more like protection talk to me. I mean, I seen some of the dudes, you know, that would go to the church services, the Christian church services, and they would pray with cats, sing with cats. I also seen them come into like Black History Month Day. Like there was a time when institution I was at where the brothers came together from all the communities, religious communities, whether they were Rastafarian, Christian, different Muslim sects, and everybody spoke something. And I found that real interesting, man. I felt like they was running ops, myself, you know. One cat, for about a year, I didn't know why this dude stayed, you know, buttoned up. He never showed his arms. Man, this cat had all kind of swastikas on him, man. He had, you know, skinhead, this and that. Then come to find out that he was inside the system because he had tried to poison the water supply in a Dallas apartment complex that was mostly Hispanic. I was thinking, and then here you are now. You know, I don't know where he really was, but now you standing in here, you praying, and you know, you're saying this and that on the side of brothers and Hispanics, but I just never could get that out of my mind. Like, dude, you ain't in here because you was trying to get bread like the rest of us, man. Your mindset was on some elimination of another group of people. Like, I'm like, how did you convert from wanting to poison the water supply to a housing project to an apartment complex? So now that you're around all these blacks and Hispanics, you know, it's easy to, you know, slip in. So I always found that kind of disingenuous. And then there was another dude like that too, had a swastika on his neck, like you were saying, like, okay, you know, yeah, you know, we ain't with that no more. Well, there's plenty of cats in here with tattoo guns and ink. You know what I'm saying? Go over there, put something else there, you know what I'm saying? Put your mama name there, your child, do anything. Why you still got that swastika on there, man? You've been down here. I done seen you about 2-3 years running around here, man. Like, come on, man. We all know what this is inside there. It's real easy to get a dude to say, hey, man, go over this for me. You know, be about it. You know, it's real easy to say something. Then I still seen tendencies in some of them cats, man. Some certain cats. So I always had questions, you know, with them and in my own mind, like, you know.
Well, Hutch, you know, I don't know how Texas, what is it, TDC?
Yeah, TDC.
I don't know how TDC operates. I agree about the get your tattoo removed or covered. But I look at it like this. When you're in California prison, you're divided up by racial groups.
Yeah.
And so if a white dude got swastikas, whatever the fuck he got on him, now it just can go either way. He can be faking it like he cool because he don't want to get no shit in prison. He gonna go home and go right back to his same group of friends that believe in that anti-black, anti-brown philosophy. But then you got the dudes, they can only be genuine because in a California prison, you can't be white and then say you ain't with the bullshit and hang around blacks or Mexicans. It don't work like that. They're gonna have your ass. So you can't just be white in a California penal system and say, I ain't with that shit. No, you gotta be with that shit.
Yeah.
Because you don't have no choice but to roll with your ethnicity.
I respect you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, so if they say it in the joint in California, they mean that shit. They ain't with it.